There is a long-held theory that serial killers were programmed by the government in some form or fashion to do what they did. There is a startling number of serial killers who they themselves or a parent had a military background, especially during the 50s and 60s with their crimes occurring in the late 60s, 70s. I believe that the vampire of Sacramento, Richard Chase, was one of them. Now, the story of Richard Chase is 100% true, and it is absolutely bonkers crazy. And I literally can't go into very many details at all about his case because the things that he did were absolutely horrific. Like, he makes Jeffrey Dahmer look normal. Now, my theories on him being connected to any government program, that's just my opinion. Now, Richard Chase's father was a computer specialist at McClellan Air Force Base in the 50s. And he was a relatively normal kid until he wasn't. Now, his mother did have problems with mental illness, and this led to his parents getting a divorce. Richard started messing around with substances like LSD. And at that point, that is when he kind of dove into madness. Most of the people that look at this case now say that he basically had schizophrenia, and that's what made him do all these things. And this is my own opinion, but I sometimes wonder if schizophrenia is used as a label when people are actually programmed. We know the government at that time had technology that could make people hear voices. I tried to find if there was a connection between Project MK-You-Know-What and McClellan Air Force Base, but there's not. But there is speculation and rumors to a connection to Project Monarch. And I know, Project Monarch is considered a conspiracy theory. Project Monarch is a trauma-based mind control program used especially on children to basically break their brains and create alters, like altered personalities, like Manchurian candidates. They use things like extreme abuse and hypnosis, drugs, electroshock, and sensory deprivation, all to split the mind and program subjects. And you might be thinking, they did all of that under Project MK, and you would be right. But this is where I think Project Monarch gets the conspiracy theory label. It also incorporates occult rituals, satanic symbolism, and Illuminati structures within the programming. It's basically Project MK with unverified layers that involved occult abuse, celebrity programming, and conspiracies about elites. Now, I am not saying that Project Monarch is real. I do find it interesting, though, the second you mention celebrities, the Illuminati, and elites, it's suddenly a conspiracy theory. And I guess since there's no proof of it, because I guess victims and whistleblowers don't count. And unless it's not in black and white on government stationery, it didn't happen. But back to Richard Chase and others like him, again, this is my opinion, I think they see a kid or a family with a propensity for problems, like mental illness or genius, and exploit it. And I know this